everyone. It's snowing outside. We had some deer roaming across the field out there. I've been moving my plants around to give them light, to give them direct sunlight. And I potted up a bunch here that I started later. And then I've got my other stuff outside getting hardened off. Still haven't got the greenhouse all finished because I've been pretty sick for the last week, so just haven't been feeling like it. But hopefully today I'm going to show you guys it's a pretty cool thing to do. I'm going to be doing a bunch of this. You guys can learn some. When I went to Korea, I saw a bunch of this natural farming techniques that were really amazing, and they were all natural farming techniques that don't use a bunch of chemicals or anything like that. So I wanted to show you guys. One thing that I'm going to make is some calcium. That's going to be just a bunch of eggs that I'm going to actually just get nice and cooked. They're going to be nice and cooked. Probably take me about 30 minutes of just, and you have to constantly turn these eggs until they're completely lightly browned, not burnt, but lightly browned. And then I'll show you what I do after that. It's pretty amazing. It's a really neat way to make calcium very viable to the plant immediately. You don't have to wait months and months and months for things to become water soluble. This technique actually shows you how to make the calcium compound immediately available to your plant. So as soon as I get my stuff in the ground, all my stuff starts rooting, I'll have this available. I don't have to wait and make it later. And it doesn't take very long. I think it's about 7 to 10 days once I do this process of cooking it. And I'll show you what I do. Anyway, welcome back to the homestead, and we hope to update you a few more times in the next week or two, hopefully, on some of the stuff that I'm doing. So have a good day, guys.
All right, so here we are where Sandy is treating these. What would you call them? These are the pieces that were up.
The trim pieces that were up that were not finished at all. They were just like a piece of wood somebody cut and put up there and didn't finish.
Yeah, so we have them cut them smaller to make them look better. She is putting linseed oil on them and let them dry, and we'll put one up, see how it looks.
Yeah, it's going to be very beautiful.
But the main thing is it's wood that was from this property, so that's what makes it cool. We got some flooring here, laminate flooring here. Got to finish painting the ceiling. I'm going to take out the baseboard heater, and we got to really clean the floor good.
Yes,
vacuum clean it and just get it ready. So we're going to start in this bedroom. So the only thing I have to worry about in here, looks like the cat might have peed. So the only thing I have to worry about in here is where this vent is on the floor.
Yeah, you have to keep the vent there in case you ever do.
Yep.
So basically, I'm still cooking. It's going to take, like I said, a while, and you have to be on top of this. You cannot leave it at all. Because if it burns, you might as well throw it away. It cannot be burnt. It has to be roasted perfectly to where it's all dried perfectly. And so that's what I'm doing here. Crunching it up. And then once it starts to dry really well, and it's giving more surface area, so I want to crunch it into the smallest pieces I can. It'll take a while. You have to be patient, and then it's pretty magical when you watch the chemical reaction that is going to happen. Anyway, it's fun. I love this. I wish I would have liked biology and chemistry when I was in school, because right now I'm really loving anything and everything microscopic. I'm just fascinated with how much work we can do prior to planting or after planting that has to do with things you really can't see. So I'm going to be talking about that more later. I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get your own inoculations for your plants off of your own property, and make sure that your plants are getting all of the vital organisms they need to survive and fight off predators and bugs and things like that. Also bug solutions that are all natural that actually help the ecosystem of the plants and of the pollinators and things like that. Anyway, so fun stuff around the corner. I have to get all the membrane off the eggs. All right, guys, it's getting there. It's getting close. I see how all the small pieces now. I've gotten most of the membrane out. I still have to go out and blow some more of it. It's almost all out. But doing this outside on the barbecue would probably be the easiest way to do it, but we don't have a barbecue right now. So on the barbecue grill that has like a little burner, or even on the barbecue if you had it going. But look, can you see how it's getting cooked? There's still a little bit more room to brown some of the white parts. So I'm gonna brown it. I had it really low, so I turned it to medium heat. So I think it'll be done in about 5 minutes. Okay, I took it outside and tried to blow off the rest of the. Oh, see, it still has egg membrane. You can see a little bit of it. I'll let that go for a minute. Drink some of my herbal tea. This tea has healing properties in it. It's got thyme. I did some fresh thyme with, I put ginger in it, and I put lemon and honey. And it's very healing and delicious. It's antiviral. So I've been drinking about half a gallon of it a day, seriously, just to get myself to feel better. But, yep. So it's a process, people. Don't give up. Don't say this is too much work, because your garden will thank you. Your food will thank you. Your own body will thank you. Okay. I think it's pretty well done. You can see that the white parts are lightly browned and the dark parts are browned nicely. And there are some little pieces of darker brown too, so it's gotten pretty dried out. I've got most of the membrane out, and I'll be honest, it is a chore. This is a little bit of a chore, but you're going to have the best immediate calcium for your plants. It's going to help them grow nicer. The fruit will look more beautiful. There won't be any of the, not root rot, but the tips where they get rotten. None of that will happen. It also makes your plant more bug resistant because it has the nutrients it needs, so it becomes a stronger plant. So, but yeah, so if you can see what it looks like now, it's just all dry, it's brittle. It really took about 40 minutes, but I had it on low. I turned it on high and it burned immediately, so don't put it on high. It started to burn immediately, so just medium and stand over it. So there it is. I wanted to do a little test to see if there's any kind of reaction inside of the vinegar. It's supposed to start bubbling. It's really hard to see because I don't have that much vinegar in there. But I don't think it is. Of course, it is not the right kind of vinegar. There it goes. Yep. Oh yeah, it's starting to bubble. Okay. Calcium is releasing from the egg, going into the vinegar. It takes 7 to 10 days, but you can leave it in there longer if you want. It just takes more calcium from the eggs. And I'm going to use brown rice vinegar. This is just some white vinegar I wanted to test to see if they were cooked, and they definitely look cooked. Because if they weren't cooked all the way, it would not do this. It would not start doing that. I'm tempted to cook them a little longer. But that looks pretty good.